Hello, David. I ordered 2,000 pounds of Chinese soup. It was wonton. Yes, sir. Good evening to you too, my friend. I like it. I like it. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center on this Weather Impact Tuesday, but no weather impact alerts. In fact, none in the real near future either. We're in a pretty quiet weather pattern, so I'll show you about the reason why on that, but also the change that we're expecting and when. On the 14-day forecast, a cold front, pretty good cold front, is going to be moving in and changing this little spring-like weather pattern we've been enjoying. I've been enjoying. I know a lot of you do like a good blast of cold during the winter months, but I'll take it. I mean, a high of 82 on February 4th, let's go. I mean, I love it, man. I love if we can rob old man winter of a February day. So we should be stopping at 65, 66. You see that up in the banner. So 75, the closest, and that's Rock Springs. 79's at Kerrville and Bernie today. 85 at Seguin, pretty warm. Love you too, Gabrielle. There's Patrick. How are you? What's up, Ann? It's going good. It's a great night. Hope you're having a good night too. Blessings to all of you and to yours. 89 at Cotulla as opposed to 92 yesterday. So in most cases, the temperature's down a few degrees from what we saw on Monday. Here's the almanac and where 82 stacks up, only 3 away from a 1954 record. That was one hot year. As you'll see in a second, we're going to be flirting with some records from that same year. 62 this morning, closer to the average high of 66. So 82 is where we finished today. Whoop, there it is. What's up, Philip? Good to see you, my man. Hope everything's going good. So from the Tower Life building, often mistakenly called the Tower of Life building, but that's Tower Life, as in Tower Life Insurance. They're doing apartments in that building now. That's going to be a residential building. I don't know if it's the complete building residential. I think it might be. But that's going to be cool. I really like the tour of that. All right, 82. That actually, you know, now that I say that, that came up on a Facebook Live a long time ago. And a gentleman reached out to me, and I never took him up on it. Darn it. And that was before it was, I guess now being remodeled, repurposed. So 82 tomorrow, just like today, will be 3 degrees shy of the 1954 record, just like today. Then Thursday and Friday, we look to hit 86 degrees, breaking a record Thursday, tying one on Friday. Look at how old that Thursday record is. 1925 of only 83. I say only because of, you know, the recent days. It's surprising that it's only 83 on a record high. How are we doing tonight? Have we even cooled to our average high yet? No. We're still in the low to mid 70s. We've got some 60s on board for New Braunfels, Seguin. You can see East, Lavernia, Stockdale, Floresville, Bandera, and Bernie. Bulverde, 69 degrees. But we're not even there yet. That's just incredible, right? So despite the humidity, I'll tell you, we haven't really seen feels like, or heat index in this case, that's too extreme or oppressive. That typically happens when you get the dew points up in the 70s. But I checked it today. It was only feeling about a degree hotter than actuality. So look at the winds picking up a little bit tomorrow afternoon. So a little bit more of a breeze on Wednesday afternoon. That'll be a little relief from this warm air if you're hoping for some cold. But one thing we will not get a relief from is these winds are southeast is the Gulf fetch and that moisture. So look what dew points are doing. As long as the winds are coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, we're expecting, or Gulf of America, right? We're expecting dew point temperatures in the mid-60s, but falling off, you can see Super Bowl Sunday is cold front day, and the dew points will definitely be adjusted accordingly. But they bounce right back. I mean, notice that it's going to be a pretty short-lived trip into the 50-degree dew points, unfortunately. Karen, yes, it has. Love you too, Nina. What's going on? I'm sorry, I missed a few of these. Cynthia, Amherst and Emmy are here. I love it when Amherst and Emmy stop by. Hope you're doing great, ladies. Hola, Ella. ¿Cómo estás? Hey, Sadai, how are you, my man? So, yeah, let me show you Mountain Cedar. The answer is yes. Now, remember that we're still in the throes of the season. So the typical average on a season heavy, as we call it, we don't say hi at Ken's 5. Well, we say hi, how are you? But you'll see other outlets call it low and medium and high. Well, that's not the correct language. According to our expert, Shannon Syring, who provides the pollen counts for everybody, and she's one of only, I should say, like 70 certified pollen experts of her level. I mean, she's up there. And these are the terms she uses: light, moderate, heavy. So I stick with what she does. 3,820, still heavy. And yesterday's count was 9,000. That was a season heavy. So it has come down substantially. It's a third of what it was yesterday. However, it's still heavy. Hi, Patricia. Cynthia, what's going on? Oh, missed you, Cody. Man, sorry, I missed Cody too. Hope everybody's doing well. What's up, Gina? Good to see you. Yes, Tina, that is the truth. Hat days for the curly hair. It's going to be one of those humid patterns until that cold front on Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, let's check fog visibility forecast. Mañana, not as bad as today. So you see a little wave of that fog. It looks like it gets worse at 2 a.m. That's fine. I mean, just be careful overnight. But by the time we're up and at 'em for a Wednesday morning, it's really confined to the hill country, a little more isolated. Today was pretty widespread on the fog. We'll definitely have the low clouds. You think we will freeze again this season, or at least 30s? I think at least 30s, Nana, maybe, because I do think we're done with hard freezes. I'll say that. It's a little risky to say that, but we could still get a cold blast. We've had fronts that have dropped us into the 30s into mid-March. I mean, it's happened before. Latest freeze, I think, is an April date. So it has definitely happened. So it wouldn't be unusual. Well, it would be unusual, but it wouldn't be the first time. And a La Nina winter says warmer, drier conditions for winter in the southern United States. So par for the course in our La Nina winter's experiences, La Nina winter experiences, is that we would get a good jolt of cold, a good polar vortex like we did in the Snowvid year, like we did in 1985, and we got a substantial amount of snow in 85, a very good amount of snow in 2021. This time around it was a little bit more of a dusting, so it wasn't as much accumulation-wise. But it was certainly, it was February of 2021. So with that said, I think we're returning to that bit more of a mild winter. And usually in those La Nina winters, we would have one or two good cold blasts. That would be it. So if it pans out that way, obviously we should be done with hard freezes. We are probably not done with 30s. I think we'll still get some 30-degree mornings. Ora latte. Hi, Ann. No, I went with the, which one is this? A Green Mountain, I think. Yeah, this was the Green Mountain with a little cream and sugar this evening, because sometimes I have a taste for a little sweet. You too, Guadalupe. God bless you. Thank you so much. David, top 3 situations that require witnesses: crimes, accidents, marriages. Need I say more? That's good. All right, so Fog won't be too bad tomorrow morning. Show you the upper pattern. We've got a zonal flow going on. Upper level winds are just almost straight left to right with no buckles. We call that a zonal flow. It results in a quiet weather pattern. And that's what we've got moving forward. This is through Friday the 7th into the 8th. Notice we get some action up to the north, but nothing in our direction. As we stay in that zonal flow pattern until Sunday, Monday. Now you see it shifting and going a little more southwest, and maybe a little precipitation to go along with that. So it really goes into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on rain chances, pretty much a week from today, with the chances hardly showing up along the front. It's looking like it's going to be behind the front that the upper levels will get into a swing pattern here and start setting up for a chance of seeing some much needed rain. Hey, Jacob, what's going on, man? Like a buckle is a disturbance, like a little kink in that upper level flow. Like you see, we call them short waves, technically in meteorology. Southwestern United States, on this picture right here, that's essentially a short wave, a bit of a kink. You get air parcels and that moisture to swing in, and that increases wind speeds aloft, and that leads to instability and buoyancy in the atmosphere, is what that all means. So that's a bit of a little short wave. It's not a full trough of low pressure, where you'd really see it a lot more pronounced, or an area of low pressure would be a big counterclockwise spin. Not mine, Karen, if you're talking to me, no. Tamina, Tony, here's to you guys. The rarest clouds. Hey, Jorge, that's a good question. Really not sure. The most rare cloud, I guess it would depend on the region of the world. Mammatus are pretty rare. Those are those egg-shaped ones that form. Looks like a bowl of eggs. And they kind of make the, and it's typically out ahead of a storm. Sometimes even behind a storm. So, good news is we've got a chance of rain in the next 7 days. And so the rainfall forecast for the 7-day stretch between now and next Tuesday, I mean, it's not significant, but it's there. It's not an inch either. Those boxes are off. You can see that's going to be about 1/4 of an inch. All right, we'll take what we can get. We're in extreme drought. Show you the drought report. Look at that. All the Bexar. Okay, this has changed. Last Thursday. Wow. Now the extreme drought goes all the way down to the Rio Grande along near Eagle Pass. All of Bexar, half of Wilson, half of Atascosa, almost all of Guadalupe counties now. So this is expanded. Last time I saw it was 2 weeks ago because I wasn't here last Thursday. So that has definitely changed considerably. So we need rain more than ever, man. I'm telling you. This is some of the worst drought condition in the United States. Official snow total, last snow event, Tony, 1/4 of an inch, and that was east of San Antonio. It was less than 1/4 of an inch. It was like 1/10 of an inch across the city. Eggs. My 5th grade students did not call them eggs. Oh, I don't know if I want to know what they call them, Tara, right? I know how 5th grade students can be. My daughter's a 5th grade teacher, too. 82, 86s to wrap up the work week, 87 to wrap up the week. That's where we'll peak Saturday, right before the front moves in. Then Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, kind of one of those split days where we hit the high early in the day. Like normally we hit the high 3 to 5 p.m. This case, Sunday, I think we could hit it before noon. 67, maybe 68, and then the afternoon temperatures will slowly fall. It's not going to be a dramatic fall off. As you can see, maybe 61 near, I would say 5-ish, and then as we get to sundown, we're going to slip into the 50s on our way to a low Monday morning, mid to upper 40s, so noticeably cooler. Then 57 to 58, Tuesday the 11th, and notice we'll get that 20% chance of rain in. Maybe that goes up as we get into the high resolution data by Friday, Saturday. Hopefully that's the case. And then a slight chance goes through the 13th. But notice that it gets colder. Air gets a little colder on Wednesday the 12th with highs struggling to get out of the 40s. But then a big rebound coming for Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. High is 72. And with it on a Friday, watch out now. That's definitely going to mean reservations early, if at all. Because I do remember one Valentine's years ago, Jamie and I had just moved here. It could have been the first year, because we got here in December of '96. It could have been that ensuing Valentine's Day of '97 that we tried to go out on a Friday night for Valentine's Day. And it was literally like 10:30 before we got a table. It was on the Riverwalk. We said, let's go downtown, and we're going hour and a half, 2 hours, an hour and a half. I mean, the waits were just incredibly long. And so we finally landed. I'll never forget, landed on a place. It was literally almost 10:30 when we got a seat. Yeah, finally some normal temps. It'll be nice, cool off a little bit. Then you can see into the mid-February days of the 16th, 17th, climbing back up to near seasonal average. So not too shabby, not too shabby. All right, that's going to wrap things up on a Tuesday night. Oh, make sure to join us. I was so blessed to take part in a real special School Connect Summit today. I'm going to show you the highlights, tell you more about what I got to do today at the Northside Gym. It was a real blessing, and I'll tell you, education took a nice step forward today in San Antonio. So hopefully you can stick around and see the 10 p.m. newscasts and nights. Yeah, rodeo starts Thursday. Keith Urban. In fact, we got a contest going on to get some Keith Urban tickets. We put you down in the lower level for rodeo and Keith Urban. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, love y'all. God bless you. We'll see you at 10.